Hello and welcome to Tamari's KF2 tournament. I'm FreedSnipers with CodeTheVoid. We're going to be commentating on this match. You want to go ahead and say hi, Code?
Hello.
Tamari will be our camera work today. I'm going to go over the point system real quick. So the point system is pretty straightforward. There's a few categories the teams will be graded on. The first is completion. In the upper right-hand corner of the screen, it says 0 out of 1,000. Each wave that they complete is worth 100 points. So by beating all 10 waves, they'll get a score of 1,000, and that will be the base score before any modifiers. After the base score, there is a health bonus, marked by the little HB up there with the 600 out of 600. The health bonus will go down by 100 points if anyone in the team dies. If no one in the team dies throughout the entire match, then they will get a free 600 points added to their total score. The next is objective bonus, marked by the OB. This is for completing objectives around the map. Objective zones will pop up throughout the match, and they'll be worth 200 points per zone. If all zones are held, that is an extra 1,200 points. After the objective bonus, we have the time bonus. Starting at 4,000 points, it will slowly tick down throughout the match, and the longer the match goes on, the faster the points are going to start ticking down. If all zones are held, no. The time bonus does not stop in trader time. That time keeps on ticking down. And then the next is the no medic bonus. No medic bonus, if you run a team with no medic, you will get a 1.5 multiplier added to the score for beating the match at the end with all the other modifiers added in. You got the base score plus the health bonus, and after the health bonus, time bonus, and objective bonuses are all added in, the no medic run would give it a 1.5 times multiplier to that score. So you could wind up scoring some huge points, probably around 7,000 points and everything. That's all I got. Code, if you want to run through the roster.
Yeah, so it looks like we have Melon on Medic, we have Schisma on Commando, BuzzWeed on Gunslinger, EtherealDoom on Sharpshooter, Coco on Firebug, and Ren on Sharpshooter. So we're going to see plenty of freeze nades. Melon and Doom are both on their main perks, and I believe Schisma is also on his main perk. He's a little bit newer to the scene, so I haven't had too much time to play with him, but every time I have, and all I've heard of him learning has been on Commando. I'm looking forward to seeing BuzzWeed's performance on as the only slinger here. We'll see how much damage he manages to rack up, and see what Coco can pull out with Firebug here.
All right. Are we ready to get this started?
All right, I'll go ahead and give him the green light. Reed's already on top of it. Look at this guy, like a professional.
All right, let's get started. What hold do you think they're going to go to first?
We've seen a lot of the people going to the Wave 2 hold for start, and we had the last team was holding right at the spawn. They split up right away.
I know it's pretty common to see people in vanilla hang out right at the spawn area. Oh, they're splitting out.
Looks like they're holding spawn again.
They should have no problem holding this wave 1.
We've already got our first Scrake coming in from the Wave 2 site. Let's see if they can pick it off during bedtime.
It's always nice when the Scrakes come out in the beginning of the wave instead of at the end when they're on the other side of the map.
I only just realized Coco baited me. He's back on his slinger.
I know Schisma's a relatively newer commando playing CD, so this will be. I'm excited to see how much he's learned since he joined us.
I've had the pleasure of seeing a little bit of it. He's been learning from our very own Z Elmo. Getting pushed a little bit here on the right side. Coco's down at about half HP. There's a syringe.
Melon's just keeping Coco on his toes.
There is a husk up top. Let's see if it's going to take a shot from there out. No, it came all the way down. There's another Scrake on the left side on the stairs.
Oh, Doom's gonna make short work of that Scrake.
He went safe with the freeze. I like it.
Yep,
It would have been real
freeze.
unfortunate. And now is the time where everyone has to spread out and find. Husk did a nice game of catch.
We got
And the last one's a
Scrake.
Scrake.
Ooh.
They stumble out of the freeze. They still get it. We've got most of them here at the spawn trader pod. A few of them look like they've gone off to the one by the hole. And they're already ready. Very, very fast trader.
They did skip that pretty quick, so you can tell they've practiced skipping through and getting the best times that they can. Running medic is gonna kind of force them to really, really go quick if they want to get that time bonus. Medic also lets them play a lot more aggressive.
We've got 4 bloats coming from the cannon. It looks like someone's already made short work of 1. There's 2, 3. 2 Scrakes from out there.
Got quarter pound breaking through on the left-hand side there for a little bit.
Bryn really leaned into it though. That went down real quick. We do have 2 Scrakes that are just reaching the door from the gate, right from the cannon. Coco's pushed off a little bit, but he's making his way back up. We'll see if they reach him before they take a few swings.
With 2 gunslingers and a sharpshooter right there, those Scrakes don't have a chance.
There's the objective.
We are going to be having a Scrake coming up on the commandos lane.
And an FP.
With a Scrake following it. Oh, 2 FPs on the left.
Oh boy. Unfortunate miss on the freeze. QP coming in from the backside. They've already handled that. So we're just down to the one more flesh pound,
yeah.
one more scrake.
Flesh pound's gone.
There goes the scrape. Nice, clean work.
Got one scrape coming up that bottom lane. Doom's already on it. Safety freeze right at the end there.
See where they go from here. Right back to the Wave 2 trader.
I'm willing to bet they're going to hang out in that Wave 2 spot. That might be their main hold.
It did seem very, very well practiced, yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
Melon's on just one med nade. I wonder, it looks like she is going to be going with just one med nade.
Melon only needs one med nade.
This is an interesting hold. I don't think I've seen this one before.
They're probably going to burn through this pretty quick because this opens up, I think, almost every spawner on the map, and they're close enough to all of them to kind of proc them all to start spawning.
Here we come with an FP and a husk on Doom's side. Right as Z time hits, that's going to be gone real quickly.
One thing that, you know, this hold could probably fall apart depending on how heavy BuzzWeed's lane is. They could get trapped in there. Doom got pushed kind of hard there. Got down to about half health.
Just based on the pathing so far that we've seen, I have a feeling BuzzWeed's lane is going to be one of the lighter ones.
Yeah.
It does sound like they have a friend coming. There is a flesh pound over there. And Doom is not in an angle to help him.
He called over Coco.
And there it goes.
That flesh pound didn't stand a chance. Yeah, with this team comp, you have all the Z time DPS of having two gunslingers, and you have two sharpshooters that just proc Z time all the time. You got a commando that can extend it. This is a pretty meta team comp. You know, you can do a lot of stuff with this.
It is a pretty steady flow on nearly all lanes here. Schisma's lane seems to be a little slow, but he is looking back and forth between the two. And a nice quick round 3. Looks like they'll be doing the wave 4 objective.
Yeah, they do have the trader right there. I think they're gonna have no problem holding this this objective with the two sharpshooters. You get all the Z time, gunslingers just eliminate everything. You know, this will be a pretty straightforward hold.
I am curious to see who they have flex between the two sides. when we played this map, it got very much back and forth, where we'd have someone looking at the Mando lane where Schisma is now, and also have to swap back to the other side. You can see 2 flesh pounds have already spawned in, right in time for Z time.
It looks
they
like
can hit them.
Looks like Rin's probably going to be the one flexing, and Coco, because Schisma can probably hold that by himself for quite a while, but with where Rin is standing, they have access to both lanes with freezes if they need to. Schisma's lane is also just light enough to where Coco has some free time every now and then. Doesn't look like they have anyone really watching that back spawn though. That can mess them up.
A quick group of stalkers or crawlers and melt some HP real quickly.
That or just standing there to block you from getting away from a flesh pound hit or scrake.
It almost looks a little bit more active than the match I was in. I barely had to turn for that spawn, and they've had something out of there every 5 to 10 seconds so far.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it looked like a lot more stuff was spawning out of it than normal. Coco just deleted that flesh pound, and Schisma was able to extend off of it. Nice. That was a good prep.
We got the 2 QPs pushing in.
Got a flesh pound coming from the back. They're gonna be hitting that other lane pretty soon.
There's the clutch set time. Very liberal use of backpacking the husks here. It's a much quicker kill, but it also does risk collateral raging if there's anything nearby.
Collateral raging, or if it's in the Mando's lane, you might clear all of his extends. But it is a good way to kill him very fast.
There's the objective.
We got a pound coming up Schisma's lane.
They don't seem to be sweating in the slightest here. Let's see if he gets this. Oh, there he gets the QP for the extend. And the husk.
That gives them enough time to kill this flesh pound in the back.
He pulls out a very nice full 6 extends there. Very clutch kill on that flesh pound. That would have been a shared hit at the very least. Looks like Doom has already run off in search of something. He's found a flesh pound and it's already gone.
Yep.
He's cleaning up the last, well, not quite the last 3, but 2 of the last 3 here. There it is.
Yeah, they're definitely running for time. Now, are they going to go back to that first hold, or are they going to stay up here? Nope, looks like they're setting up in, I forget which wave's objective this was.
I believe this is wave 6. I wonder if they're preparing spares and then they're going to head off to another space.
They might be preparing spares. Or this might be their main hold.
They may just hold it here. It'll be interesting to see those very long sight time ranges from the cannon as well as from spawn if they've got that angle just wrong. Or just right from the Zed's perspective. It looks like they do have someone that will be able to sight rage down to spawn, so we can see there's already a triple down there. That's very likely to time rage before it reaches them.
That's gonna be fun to watch. I'm sure they'll be able to hold it though. I don't. It's gonna take a little bit more than just 3 flesh pounds to break that hold.
It's going to be spicy though, because they've got those 3 flesh pounds as well as another Scrake in the midst, 3 more Scrakes following up. That's a very heavy spawn. And it's on the Mando lane too.
I think that Z time's gonna end before they all get in there too.
Let's see if they get another before it drops. No, they get the start, they get a double rage. Good freeze on that back flesh pound, keep pace. Schisma's already pushed up. We have a lot of ground taking that hit. It's very counterintuitive when there's a rage flesh pound. You actually almost want to run towards it to take the hit and stop the rage instead of backing up. Looks like plenty of trash for Schisma to extend on. There's a time rage coming in on that left-hand side from the cannon. Going to reach them in just a moment. Quick cleanup.
Another Giga coming up those stairs.
Just how few. Ooh,
That was a good freeze. Yep, that was a good one.
Just how few sight rages they're getting on this. I'm wondering if they've already noticed that angle and they're actually aware of it and careful of it. The good nail bomb stumble on the Scrake.
Looks like they're starting to branch out to clean up.
Ooh, surprise quarter pound.
Got some Scrakes coming towards them. Just a freeze and delete.
That last Scrake coming from spawn really tricked them. And they've already got their spares set up for this next objective. I would like to say it's been a very, very efficient use of their dosh in this game. They already had spares at wave 4, or sorry, wave 5 going to wave 6.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're gonna be holding this spot probably for maybe the rest of the game. Or do you think they're going to go throw their spares in the next zone after this one, and then just hold that zone and do it twice, like they did this one?
They might. They don't have any upgrades on their spares that I'm seeing, so it may just be a temporary plan for this. Oh, no, Doom does have a +1 EBR. This could very well be a permanent hold. Amanda T.N. Stevens in chat asked if this is a standard composition for a team. This is one of the most compositions we will see, as 2 sharpshooters give a lot of Z time, 2 gunslingers deal a lot of damage in that Z time, and the commando is there to bring out the full extensions, as well as the medic for buffs and healing.
Yeah, this is a very, very common, probably one of the most meta team comps that you can run in CD. This is a team comp you'd normally see for harder spawn cycles, such as like MiG V3 and whatnot.
I'd say it's efficient, widely usable, as well as one of the safest. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it'll be one of the best in the tournament. Some maps get very good use out of a Berserker or a Firebug if they don't need to share any sight lane with the commando. But obviously, running a Berserker runs the risk of needing to heal a lot more often.
And this team comp also gives you just so much firepower to throw out. I mean, you guys are seeing it. You know, you got 2 sharpshooters give you all the Z time, and in Z time, gunslingers clean everything up.
That is an interesting point. They've mentioned that Melon is running a Hemogoblin and a 301. Creed, I believe that's one of the loadouts that you use often, isn't it?
Yes, I love using Hemogoblin and 301. You upgrade the 301, and you just... The 301 has really good darts. Not quite as good as the 401s, but still really good. And the 301, just anything that gets in your face that you'd normally shoot with the 401 is usually within 301 range, and you just like one tap it and it's gone. Or if you need to, you can do some serious DPS for a quick burst with 301 as medic. And then the Hemogoblin is, you know, got some of the best darts in the game, really fast to recharge and everything. You can debuff the larges. Like you see Melon stumble the scrape right there before it was able to hit her. And it's just it's a really powerful loadout for a medic.
Meets an FP at the door, does not freeze it, I'm surprised. Does not matter. You know what? That may be why they stayed up here this whole time. It looks like they may be doing the Wave 7 objective. We have seen this objective turn sideways a few times now, with just this very short, large spawn lane.
They do have a pretty good team comp to make this hold work, but it's gonna be fun to watch.
It looks like Coco did abandon his spares, including a +1 SBX from the last hold. Doom as well, with a +1 ABR still over there. Interesting. We have Schisma looking at the back top ledge instead of having someone else focus that while he looks down. The other games, other matches where people have held this lane, they've usually had the Mando look down range, down that long stairwell towards the cannon, so they can get as many extends as possible while someone else cleans the trash up top or notifies the Mando of them.
I mean, Schisma just showed it's not too hard for the Mando to look down there and still keep that back lane clear.
We've got a double rage going on Coco. Quick work.
Melon just sitting there letting Coco eat all that damage.
It looks like Doom is just barely out of the hole. I wonder if he's noticed. Or it could just be a visual. difference.
No, it looks
His model's still in.
it looks like he might just be out of the hole.
They do still have almost 150 Zeds left, so we'll see if that matters in the last 30% here. A
Coco's
huge
gonna be getting
FD
pushed.
into the back.
Never mind,
Clean it up
sometimes
quickly,
gonna
but it
save.
wasn't.
But Flesh Pound did not care about that freeze grenade.
We've got a Giga from that short lane. Let's see if they can recover in time to regroup and cover it.
I don't know if they've seen it yet. Oh, yep, they're getting the Giga's getting caught up on the boxes.
Oh no.
That's just gonna
be 3 Sight Rages. There's one. A good freeze. A good decision by them to push out of the hold just to get that.
We got another 2 pounds and 2 Scrakes coming up Coco's lane.
They are at 100% on the objective now. Let's see if they push out or if they continue holding. A long-range freeze from Rin going all the way to the wall. Catches the Scrake just as it dies.
Looks like they're going to be moving out to clean up the remaining Zeds.
There's a QP for Doom, another one. I do know that those are his favorite spawn in CD here.
Oh yeah, Doom loves the quarter pounds. We got Coco found the Scrake.
And there we go. Back to the trade.
I don't know if you noticed
You
this,
can
but
see a pile of dosh.
not a single person lost all their armor. Everyone still had armor at the end of that wave.
We have a good replay here going on. It looks like Coco handling that jumble of flesh pounds getting stuck there. Good angle to just watch them rage, get stuck in the way, and clean them up. They have left a pile of dosh by the trader, and unlike guns, that will despawn.
They're leaving the money out for their homies.
They do have their spares here on the hold. It looks very actually, it looks very different. I correct myself. We had, for my game, we had our commando over here where BuzzWeed and Doom are. And
yeah, most time I've seen teams hold this in and out of the tournament. They would have a commando right where BuzzWeed is. Now, granted, this front lane does have a lot more trash to extend off of, but it's also a narrow area and the trash can be choked out by the larges pretty quick.
they are starting to get pushed here just in time with the Z time. Looks like they've recovered, but there is still a time rage from that elevator.
Yeah, that elevator. I mean, you were watching that lane also. You get a couple bloats in there, and ASL's known for bloats, and you can't see anything.
BuzzWeed
Oh, that is a
casual
lot
on
of
the
flesh
stairs
pounds. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 flesh pounds and 2 Scrakes coming up through that other side of the elevator.
here. Three Scrakes. We've got a full 6 flesh pounds and 3 Scrakes here. Let's see how they handle this. It's gotta be a freeze.
That was a good freeze.
And in time with the Z time. Uh-oh. They've still got 3 Scrakes, another Flash Pound Rage.
Another good freeze, keeping those Scrakes in place. And that Z time? Having 2 Sharps is the way to go.
A good med nade from Melon there, keeping everyone in the back buffed and healed.
Yeah, those buffs make a huge difference.
They
let
got
you shoot
another
a
fun little group.
The buffs will help you shoot a little bit harder, move just a little bit quicker so you can avoid that little bit of damage. And even if you do take damage, they just make you tankier.
We've got a QP, a couple of... Oh, the other Scrake ran off. There's 3 more floats and 2 Flash Pounds falling from behind the elevator.
They're going to be walking into a wall of Freedom Seeds.
They've already made quick work of the bloats by the time the Flash Pounds come out.
That Flesh Pound thought he was going to get to him.
We have a casual Scrake. It was back there with the 2 FPs before it went outside, came back in, and got deleted by Ren. Very worrying moment there with BuzzWeed and Coco still in the elevator as it went for a swing.
Yeah, that's a tough spot because there's a lot of corners you can get stuck in. You don't want to pull a Kusu.
They make quick work of the wave. It looks like BuzzWeed went up the stairs. Is he confused on the trader or was he grabbing a spare? He's heading back down. Would not be the first time someone has gone to the wrong trader. Eventually the adrenaline gets high, you start wondering, just kind of falling into the flow of what was last wave, what was this wave, and everything blurs together.
Sometimes you think objectives move and they don't. Or you've already played an objective and you haven't.
We fortunately didn't do it in practice, but we did have, or sorry, we didn't do it in match, but we did it in practice where we started a wave and forgot to go to the objective, so there were 2 people at the objective, the other 4 had to run out from here to the wave 10 objective.
Clearly the 2 at the objective were wrong for not sticking with the team.
We can see a full dollar coming from behind that elevator.
Full dollar and some change.
And here they go.
That sneaky husk in the back that always seems to shoot that gate on the right-hand side and just knock everything all over the place.
Doom
like
is
we got
pushed very far outside.
We got a pound coming up to the elevator pretty soon. Oh. Never mind.
I am impressed at how calm they are. Doom is pushed all the way out there despite having the potential for BuzzWeed's lane to get pushed. And it's just been calm, smooth sailing.
Dude, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe most of the largest that would be coming through BuzzWeed's lane would be coming through Doom.
Yes, I believe you are correct. I believe it's only medium spawners back in that dark hallway at the bottom of the stairs.
That was a nice freeze, keeping those other flesh pounds in place. Now they're going to have 2 more rages pretty soon. Oh, a re-rage.
Unfortunate free.
Oh, that flesh pound's dead. Now we've got to clean up the other 2.
But nothing for Schisma to shoot for that
Ooh,
extension.
they might get pushed out. Oh, this is a
quick cleanup.
Recover. Yeah, they're going to be able to recover from this.
It almost looked like Coco's guns went with full auto on that. Just raining bullets on that flesh pound.
We got another 2 Scrakes and Pound coming through the elevator. 2 more Pounds coming up the stairs. I don't think they see the Pounds coming up the stairs yet.
They've only just peeked their head above the step there. Yep, there we go. Ren's noticed. Doom is about to have a very interesting spawn here. It looks like 4 flesh pounds, 2 Scrakes.
Oh yeah, and they've all seen him.
Hold. That's gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be calling for help pretty soon.
He's started backing up, and he's got some more coming up the stairs outside. Another 3 flesh pounds and another Scrake.
Coco's going over there to help him.
Good freeze, and with the Z time, it's gonna clean it right up. Unless that body just ragdolls right in front of the flesh pound. There it is.
Got the zone done.
Even with Doom all the way outside the zone like that, they still cleaned up the zone pretty healthily.
Oh, that's a lot of husks right there. They're making it look too easy.
They really are. There was a few tense moments, but nothing too dangerous. Nothing that really had you worried that someone was going to die, just that they were going to get pushed off.
Coco's got the last 2 Scrakes down here. You know, an interesting spot about that hold is, for some reason, any of the Zeds that are downstairs sound like they're above you instead of below you. I don't know if you've noticed that.
They are heading outside. I won't lie, I have given up on directional hearing in this game. Half the time it works well, half the time I just can't hear anyway. They are leaving their stairs once again. Coco's left a full +1 SBX over there. Just shows you how efficient they've been with their dosh.
That was a quick Trader Wave skip. They also left some more dosh on the floor over there by the Trader Pod.
Now when we did this hold, we had you at the top of that back spiral staircase. Gave a real buffer and some extra flat ground to start takedowns on. I'm curious to see if they get a lot of rages from the back trying to start a takedown while they're on the stairs. They do have Schisma off on his own lane, as we've seen in every other match so far for this hold.
That really is a good spot for Commando too. They just have all that space to grab extends from. Got a Pound dropping down from the top, make that 2.
And the husk shot just to mess them up during the takedown.
We got, looks like 2 Scrakes in the far back and 1 Pound coming down the stairs.
Let's see if they've noticed it. Ooh, an unfortunate freeze from Rin, doesn't quite get it. But the takedown's still going to go off smoothly.
Yeah, those freezes can be finicky on stairs.
They've got 3 Scrakes coming from the back stairs now.
We got 2 Pounds coming from that Wave 2 objective area.
The
They
time
split
range
up.
starts.
Coco's got it.
The re-rage onto Schisma.
Ooh. You gotta love those aggro swaps.
We have 2 flesh pounds coming from above, followed by a Scrake. Let's see if this gives anything to surprise them. I don't think it will.
No, with that Z time, that other pound is going to be dead right as he lands.
Two quarter pounds coming out from that inside door right as a Scrake and a quarter pound come in. Unfortunate on the freeze and the rage timing.
Then you got that clutch Z time coming in to clean up that that lane.
That objective is complete now. We've got 2 flesh pounds on the back staircase. See if they're going to go for a freeze. No freeze going. They do still have 6 freezes left across the team.
You know, freezes are overrated anyways. Got 1 quarter pound in the far back above the stairs.
There's actually 3. 2 of them took that little jump down, and now they've converged. Just in time for Z time. Every time. Unfortunate drop though. Did not do much. Schisma with his solo takedown of a quarter pound while everyone else is grouped up. Now he's gonna need, gonna need to call in the group. I don't know that he has any extends here. A good freeze, there's a quarter pound on the back which Doom handles.
Got that 1 Scrake going right towards Doom. Never mind, it changed its mind.
That is what we've seen a lot, and that's actually one of the reasons why we had Doom getting...
Doom's getting beat up by a Gore Fast.
That aggro swap, or not aggro swap, but the pathing decision changing on that Scrake is one of the reasons that we've seen people going so far off on their own on commando on that side lane. And here we go with the skip.
It looks like, did Melon just pick up some rhinos to bring for
does look like
a
it.
gunslinger?
It looks like she picked up a pair of AF 2011s and a pair of rhinos. He's running a 401 with the Hemogoblin now.
Yeah, one of the hardest things with Hans is anytime you like aim at him and start shooting, he just zips around.
Here we go with Z time. Let's see. There's 1, 2 on the rhinos. A very quick knockdown, break of the shield. Ooh!
Oh!
Very unfortunate death there. I'm not quite sure what happened.
Yeah,
It looked like Hans was further
What
away.
happened? Could we get a replay of that?
There's a grab. His health went from 100 to 50, and then for a brief second, and then just went right down to 0. There's some grenades coming out.
It looked like maybe one of the smoke grenades might have turned into an HE grenade, which has been known to happen.
There's Z time. Looks like Schisma has plenty to extend on.
They're
Let's
going to
see
be
if they
able
can
to.
pull out a knockdown.
They should be able to knock. They should be able to knock quite a good chunk of HP off of him. That quarter pound's got 2 people trapped.
Oh no,
Ooh,
Schisma's taking a lot. Gets out safely.
Ooh, Rin's in trouble. See if they can break the shield.
Rin's gonna be stuck there with those stalkers. They get the stalkers out. A grenade right on Rin's path. Oh no. They've got time to recover. They've got healing going out.
Yep, they can still pull this off. They got that scrape coming up behind Melon.
Good freeze. Hans is really not having it.
Rin lucked out. Should be getting grenade.
There go the
They are.
nades, and there's
There he
the
goes.
win. Very well done.
Some unfortunate death or two from Hans, but they still pulled it off. They got 400 health bonus.
And here we can see Hans doing something, just kind of getting ragdolled around.
Hans is doing his own thing.
And Doom just evaporates.
Now we gotta find out what 2 want to come in for a post-game interview.
We got Schisma and Doom. I'll go ahead and grab them.
All right. If anyone has any questions in the comments, ask away. We'll see if we can get some questions answered.
Yellow.
Welcome in, Doom.
Hello.
Schisma. Great game today.
Yeah, that was a good job.
Round 1 Hans is my enemy. Last year and this year, man. But thank you.
You caught an unlucky smoke grenade that turned into an HE. It looked like.
Is that what happened? Okay.
That's what I'm thinking happened.
Yeah.
We did get a replay, and that is with the general consensus so far from Tamari and Emma.
I didn't even know that was a thing. All right.
So
Well-
I have a very, very big interest on how you all managed your spares for that, because it seemed like a lot of the times you would start early on an objective wave, grab spares, set up a wave early, and then actually leave them there after the objective.
Yep. So we were pre-holding for speed on faster objectives. So that we weren't, running hither and thither all about the map. And then for spares, really none of us needed more than 2 of any given type of gun. So we did a lot of rebuying. So, yeah. Except for wave 10, I did go for 3 EVRs.
And then right before the boss wave, it looked like Melon picked up a pair of AFs and Rhinos. Was that intentional for bringing along a spare for a gunslinger, or was that an accident?
Melon bought those for Buzz. And then stashed them in the corner, and then Buzz just runs right over them, and we're off.
That's very clever.
Yeah,
It's a good strategy.
Yeah, it's a matter of like how often each of us has seen the trader menus, especially the gunslinger trader menu. That's freaking huge because it is Twy's favorite child.
Mm.
So that's what we were doing there. But yeah, went well until the boss fight.
That has been one of the most common points for everything to unravel. You saw it earlier where with 2 deaths on the boss wave as well, turning into a wipe actually on the previous match. Yours was very clean all the way throughout. The boss wave was the biggest hiccup I saw.
Yeah, the big hiccup on the boss wave was I tagged Hans in the head at the start and triggered Z time too early, and then the whole fight was off rhythm. And then that arena also just sucks for Hans because of all the stairs. So I goofed it early and died for my troubles.
I forget exactly what wave it was you guys held in that hallway area with the you had the 2 doors kind of right next to that trader pod. What made you guys
yeah,
hold
3.
there?
That is an absolute light speed hold. It's right on top of Wave 2 and is extremely fast because all of the entrances get corner spawned at all times. If we were doing a speed run, that actually probably would be the hold. It was an objective apparently in an old tournament. Coco showed it to us. Sorry, Schisma.
Yeah, I think that's what we trained when we didn't even know about the map, right?
Yeah, we just tried a bunch of the things that were either were either vanilla objectives or had been objectives in the past on our first, because it was my guess that Steam Fortress was going to be our map, was going to be the Wave 1 map, so we did some exploration on it even before it was announced.
We saw previously the hold up top with the little drop off towards the Wave 10 objective. What did you think, considering that compared to the hold you did for Wave 3?
Slower. The pub hold is slower. Stuff has to wander in from further, and the angles for killing are worse. So why play harder and slower when you can play closer and fast?
So what are some things that you think went pretty good for your match, and what are some things you guys would do better next time?
The traders went really much better than they ever have in practice, and just having everybody coordinated on the same place, knowing where to go next, went really well. Better, I'm just going to have to throw that at the boss fight. We had that clean, man.
I mean, what you died to an unfortunate bug, right? That's kind of known to happen with Hans.
Yeah, I've never encountered that bug before in my life, so.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I believe if he throws smoke grenades and you get him down in that HE grenade range of his HP, sometimes his smoke grenades turn into HE.
I hate that.
It's rare, but it does happen.
I am curious, is there anything that you were concerned about going into the match? Anything that was a little shaky during practice or had any RNG or randomness to it?
Or if you
Yes,
could know where we came from, the first practice, you only knew. Like the development we went through was amazing, I have to say, because where we started with like team play, because for Buzz and me, some things were crazy new, because I've been doing some CD matches, but I wasn't paying that much attention to it because there were like super guys in that who made all the work, and I was just filling in to help, so I wasn't paying attention to the little details. And so for Doom and for Ray, it was very hard to even know with what stuff we're having problems with. Yeah. So the first practice matches were like, why did you do that? And we were like, I don't know. That's just what I do in vanilla or in public. So from where we came from, there was like every practice we did, it was a whole lot better than before.
Yeah, they're just sponges, man. It's been an amazing coaching experiences because we just throw information at them and their play improves. We throw more information, their play improves. So they're coming in, they're like, all right, here's what I do in vanilla. We're like, okay, here's MiG-3 best practices. Have fun.
Yeah.
But as for RNG or things that were shaky, not much actually. That pretty much was the consistent spawns. We had some spawn manips with positioning in there, with placing Coco in certain places. At the start of Wave 7, me and Melon sitting on Coco there is to get that first Giga at the place where Coco and I can deal with it immediately. So we did a lot of stuff in practice just to mitigate the RNG so we didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, you guys made that look pretty easy, and like you've definitely practiced it at least once or twice.
Yep, we did map exploration on Monday with a 5-man, and then we had 2 practices. One yesterday, one today.
Nice. You guys looking forward to the next match?
Tamari, what's the next map? Hit me up.
He's always got to try.
Yep.
So, Freed, if you want to go ahead and say who you think was MVP, and then we'll start getting into the chat's votes as well.
Oh man, MVP. I don't know. I don't know. Everyone played really, really good. Uh, I think Schisma did some really good extends. I know in I believe it was wave 7, he was looking up over in that the top lane where stuff would drop down. So he was watching, the stairs coming up, and then he also had to look up over his shoulder and everything. Um, I'd probably go to Schisma because without the extends, you guys would have had a little bit of a harder time than to hold everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna pipe up with God, everyone on the team is a freaking honorable mention. Buzz tearing it up with just improving at an incredible pace this week. Schisma dropping extends. Rin even like starting to pull out sharp preps today. But just from like a raw perspective of where I'm sitting at all times, Coco with the EU style everywhere slinger, which is something we've really been emphasizing, is that everyone's helping everybody, so there's no problems on any lane. So him really bringing that. I hate to give it to the person with the biggest damage number. It's the easy way out, but I'm gonna have to call Coco on this one with Schisma like 1% behind.
Well, for me personally, I'm flattered. Thank you guys, but I have to say, Melon was like a big part of that extent because she not only was buffing me and buffing the other guys, she also was looking like in 3 directions at a single time. And even though most of the time I didn't use her info when she told me that there are some drop downs, but just the informations made me a bit made it a bit easier for me because I knew in my mind if I go for the next 2 ones, I have one in my bag, and that is like super important to me.
Melon just super heads up. Holy goodness, she's been giving amazing calls this whole time.
Yeah.
Wherever we're not looking, she is, and she's keeping us apprised of what's there.
And she has time for trash talk as well.
I mean, Melon always has time for trash talk.
Medic mains be like,
The medic mains.
Yeah, personally, I was very stuck between Schisma and Coco, and I have to give it to Coco just because of how much he was on a swivel throughout, flexing as far as we could tell seamlessly. And chat's got quite a few votes for Schisma, as well as a few votes for Coco and a few votes for Melon.
yeah, they were tearing it up. I just had to sit and click heads. Is there anything we did that surprised you guys? I can turn the questions back on you.
I was surprised every time at leaving the spares, and I believe it was wave 2 when Melon went into it with only 1 medic grenade. And I don't think she actually used it, which just boggled my mind at how little damage you all were taking and how well it was managed.
Yeah, medic nades are overrated.
Well, the Zeds do this really nifty thing where if you click the head, they do these cool dying decap animations, and we figured that out during practice and decided that was maybe the play.
But it sounds like it might be a good play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you guys actually blew through it about as well as I expected. I mean, that team comp is good for, make 3 harder Zeds. So, like, you just breezed right through ASL, no problem.
Yeah, we brought what we were comfortable with, and all of us are head clicker mains, and then Buzz was open to learning whatever, so we decided to teach him Slinger.
Yeah, Buzz did really good.
Yeah, he's turned it up.
As commented in Twitch chat there, the trader times were lightning fast. That was truly awe-inspiring.
That was something I was obnoxious about.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I have faster trader strats in my pocket, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Let's see if your team will put up with the faster trader strats here.
Schisma, what's one new thing that you've learned doing all this? One big thing that's skipped out, because this is your first tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So I think the biggest change for me was the skills that I used before. Or the two biggest things are preps that I didn't even know about before that. Something like that existed. And the skills, because I was constantly running out of ammo at the wrong time. And so I was doing 2-lane training with Coco. And he told me I could switch from the skills to like the faster reload. And it helped me a lot because I had to like adapt to the thing that I needed more shots for a few mediums and for prepped bloats and stuff. But it made up big time for the moments that I dropped extensions because I wasn't counting my shots. I was just there were so many times that I was switching my gun to the second one and realizing, oh, I don't have enough ammo in that one as well. And that annoyed me so much. So I learned to live with the less damage bonus and have the faster reload. And now I was reloading every time I had some space between me and the next sets that were coming to me. And because the reload is so fast, then it was working much smoother than before. So that was the biggest change for me.
All right. I don't know if you saw Doom, which you probably did. You guys got, I believe it was 2,600 points even. I could be
Yep.
wrong, but yeah, you guys got an
Yep.
even 2,600 points.
Very nicely done.
I wanted 203 more, but I'll settle.
Killing Floor 2 things happen.
Yep. Now I know about that Hans glitch for next time, so always
How
learning.
often that you kill a boss too quickly.
Does anyone else have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, anything for the better of the group, or anything else to add?
No, I hope everyone enjoyed watching, and I'm excited for the next map to be released.
Oh, Melon has a question. What's your
Ooh.
question, Melon? Let's put you on blast right here for everyone watching. What's your
It's gonna
question?
be something sassy. Betting money.
Melon wants to know why you're calling Melon fucking medic main.
Because I knew it would annoy her. She was complaining about this earlier, and I couldn't not.
Tamari, do you have anything to add?
I think
No,
Tamari might
sir.
have fallen
Just
asleep.
Thank you both for coming in.
Yeah,
We'll
absolutely.
go ahead and pop you out and wrap it up.
All right. I believe our next the next match will be in an hour right here on Tamari's Twitch channel. It's going to be the Seattle Cryptomancers, and they're going to be playing their match. So if you guys want to see another match, come back in an hour.
Thank you all for coming. No, Phil. Actually, Tamari decided he'd give the green guys here some time to shine. We'll see you all here in another hour.
All right.
yeah, thanks for coming
Thank
on.
you all for. Yep.
But yeah, say congratulations.
Thank you all.